And it's a great pleasure for me to welcome all of you to the seminar this evening. We are particularly fortunate to have the Ambassador of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, Professor Moncada, with us tonight. And Your Excellency, you're most welcome to LSE IDEAS and for a presentation on Venezuela's Bolivarian process, achievements, challenges and prospects of the 10 years. So without further ado, again, Mr. Ambassador, most welcome to LSE IDEAS, and we're looking forward to what you have to say. For comments on Dr. Moncada's presentation, we're very lucky to have with us Dr. Julia Buxton from University of Bradford. She got a PhD here at LSE on a thesis that dealt with the process of the Venezuelan party system. So, the Ambassador.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed for coming this afternoon to listen to us. We know that you made an effort coming here to the event. So what I'm trying to explain now is what's going on in Venezuela and in Latin America as part of a process of social change, which is based in solving our social emergency, I would call it like that, but it's not really an emergency. It is an emergency. I still call it an emergency. It's an emergency that has been going on for 300 years. In the sense that our social contradictions, social disparities, social inequalities are so big, so massive, that it's very difficult to have a peaceful society, a balanced society with that kind of inequalities. We didn't like military dictatorship anymore. And we didn't like that kind of democracy, this kind of liberal, slightly social democracy that I've been talking about. We wanted deeper democracy, more democracy, stronger democracy, meaning more inclusion and more participation. We realized that the neoliberal policies, but also the economic decadence, political decadence, ideological decadence of the elites of the time, it meant that they had kept themselves far away from the majorities, and the majorities weren't represented anymore within the political picture. So we thought that through political means we had to rearrange society. And rearrange society means mass mobilization, means changing our political architecture or structure, changing the constitution, including in people in the decision-making process. Participatory democracy is what it's called. It means that the majorities were asking for more power to change their own life, to take charge of their own life. That's what it meant. It still means today. And to do that, in order to do that, to take power, to take control of the political process, to take control of the natural resources, to spend that money that we thought was squandered in our own interest and for our national purposes and for the majority's benefit, we have to take power. Thank you.
Well, I normally start the discussion on Venezuela by saying it doesn't matter whether you love or hate Chavez, and you have to say that at any talk on Venezuela, because we either get, over the course of 10 years, people standing up and banging pots and telling us that Chavez is an authoritarian dictator, or we get people standing up and kind of uncritically flag waving. And the idea that I put to you is that what we actually need in terms of looking at Venezuela is an objective, rational analysis of what this democratically elected government is actually doing. It's something that the Obama administration is wrestling with right now. Now, as I said, I don't think the drivers of Chavez's support are material. I think they're political. And what do those entail? Well, if you go back to 1998, the economy was not part of Chavez's agenda. There was no kind of rhetoric against neoliberalism. It was about political change, it was about deepening democracy, and it was about political empowerment of the marginalised sectors. And on all of those counts, the government has delivered. And I think that people will remain loyal to this government throughout this period of bust, and it's going to be very hard for Venezuela, because people think that this government has actually delivered on its commitments. And that's something that has not been done in Venezuela before.
Thank you very much for your talk. As a socialist, it's really inspiring to see Venezuela as a model for 21st century socialism, and it's really inspiring to hear how well it's working despite the problems and challenges.
In a year's time, I think we could bring both of you back here, so we can have a continuation. And thanks to the audience.